Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned.
I came out of Hana with a brick, and I was like, hey, I can make this a house out of this. No, see.
We found you!
So, who is introing?
I don't know, not me, because I did face
I'll
zero of them.
fucking do it then, leave it to me.
Garnet, yeah, Garnet's gonna do the intro.
I'm gonna fucking do the intro, yeah!
Awesome.
Get to it.
Awesome.
You
should feel proud.
Oh wait, one more thing.
Dum.
Okay, so what
Da-dum,
are we starting?
dum,
Are we
dum.
shut up, Tristan. Are we starting off with
Oh,
a
he's
roll
singing the
call?
Clannad song.
Oh my god, no I am not.
Dongo
Yes, you were.
genocide.
No, I was not. I was not singing Clannad.
Shit,
You totally
hold
got
on.
the wrong
Give me
anime.
a minute. Give me a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Oh, fuck, it was Angel Beats. There you go.
Oh my god, yeah, there you go. Jeez.
What the fuck?
I-
How the fuck did you know that was Angel Beats? It sounded like complete just noise.
No, it wasn't. I got it.
What song was that? Like, I don't
It's-
know what you're talking
It's,
about.
My Heart, Your
driving
Beats.
me-
The
It
opening
was
theme.
the opening.
That has the best soundtrack
that
ever.
does not sound anything like what you just sung, Jeanne.
Yes,
I
it
was
did.
about to say, that sounded nothing like it.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is like playing Name That Tune and then play like one note and you go Star Spangled Banner and you're like, correct.
Well, I fucking got it because I'm good. Let's play that game one day. Let's just.
And I'd be like Lupin the Third, opening number 2.
Dun.
I don't fucking know that one.
No.
That could be like anything.
Yeah, come on. Give us a little bit more.
Dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, well, if I knew
dun.
that we were doing fucking video games, then I could have got that. now,
Super
didn't I?
Mario Brothers.
I would have loved to like play that game because at the con they did it and everyone was a fucking idiot at the con. And the first thing I hear was
What is that?
I was
Paranoia
thinking,
Agent.
you got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh.
This is so easy. And everyone was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck this is. Is this some fucking Native American shit? And I was like, are you fucking joking me?
I didn't
That's
fucking
like the
know
most.
either.
That is the most like unusual opening song of all time. Like
That opening is
I
so
will-
iconic.
I
Yeah.
will forgive Paranoia Agent, though there was one time that when I was at Anime North, one of the stalls was playing the theme to Lain, and there was like 2 or 3 guys that was like, "What song is that?" It's like it's a
You
pretty
don't
cool
seem to
song. I have no idea
understand.
what it's from,
It's
and I'm
so
sitting there
good.
going, "It's Lain. Fucking say Lain.
It's
Someone's fucking
it's
say
fucking-
Lain."
Oh my god.
Dude, I love that. I haven't seen either of those shows, and I know because I watch a lot of openings. That's the only thing about me is because I like the choreography.
We should, have actually done an intro, so this could be part of the podcast.
Well, no, this is part of the podcast right now.
Oh,
Yeah, just fucking edit it later, Tristan.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Just.
Hey, Gary, let's hear that intro so we can keep
Yeah.
talking.
Okay, I'm so fucking up for this. Are you ready for this intro, guys? Are you ready?
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Hello and welcome to this episode of PodTaku. This is going to be a very special episode.
This is never going to work.
And here today with me on this sensual episode is...
Okay, I'm going to stop this now because I'm going to creep myself out while listening to this. Yeah. Here today with me is Tristan, or fucking Arkada, because I can't use first names, from Glass Reflections.
Why can't you?
Crazy baby.
And
Oh
I
my
have
god.
Holden from HoldenReviews.
Give you a little kiss.
And I also have Jeanne from xDisturbedJeans. Say something clever, Jeanne, otherwise you'll stand out.
Damn it, Jeanne, you're supposed to quote TK.
TK. Come
Oh,
on.
I don't remember what he fucking says. Oh, yeah. Come on. Like, that's all I
Come
know.
on, baby. Oh, yeah.
He, like,
Fly like a
dances
bird.
and snaps.
Random English, yes.
That's all I
You
know.
just have to say stuff like running water.
He doesn't say that, does he?
Roaring eruption.
No, I know, but it sounds like something
He's not
he would
Native
say.
American. Like,
Okay.
Running
Shit that
water.
TK would say.
Running
Let me
water.
think.
Flying eagle.
Shit that TK would say.
What is
would he
shit
say,
that
Jeanne?
TK would say?
Run with the scissors.
He'd probably say,
No, I got one. Shut your motherfucking mouth, you rippy. There you go.
What?
No.
He told her to shut up.
That is so out of character.
what? Whoa, what?
I
Okay,
tried
okay.
to sound
So,
ghetto. I
so,
tried to sound gangster.
let's, okay. So, for anyone who hasn't seen Angel Beats, we are talking about Angel Beats.
Yes.
Yes, because,
Scrambled it. Trouble down.
And then there's
Chris-
this one character in Angel Beats that doesn't say one line in the whole series, I believe. And all he does
Actually, he says a lot of lines. His name's Takeshi Koike, or TK for short.
In the mountain.
Oh my god.
No, his
So
name's not Takeshi
so we're
Koike,
thinking
but
about
it's
things
TK.
that he would say based on his personality.
Woo! Dancing
And
in
that
the
was
shadow.
Holy shit, is there a guy in Digimon named TK?
Yeah, there is. There is.
Well, yeah.
Holy fuck. What? Is this how he died and went into Purgatory?
Just wild heaven.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on now.
Knocking on heaven's door.
Shall we
Yeah.
start the roll call? Because I'm pretty sure we... Okay,
Yeah,
Tristan,
this
why
was
don't you
really
start
bad.
us
We're
off
gonna
with
confuse the fuck out of
what
everybody.
you've been watching, Tristan?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything you said, Garnt, because Jeanne was talking over you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a bunch, Jeanne. Why don't you start us off with what you have been watching? That is totally
think
not
it's-
relevant to what we are talking about.
I think it's pretty obvious what I've been watching. Oh, it's so delicious. I have this list of T-Curry quotes just sitting in front of me, and I'm just going to quote them the entire cast.
Okay.
No.
No, do it.
Well, that's fucking brilliant.
Easy
then.
come, easy go.
Please
Well,
don't.
we can just mute Tristan and just like insert a bunch of TK sounds whenever we feel the need, whenever there's an awkward
Hey,
pause.
yo, check this out. It's the moonwalk. It's a moonwalk headspin.
Or just racial slurs. That would work too. I think that would work fine. So what do you think about Angel Beats, Tristan? Like, let's actually talk about
I
it.
finished it. How long ago?
Oh, you
did I
finished
finish
it?
About
Oh, wow.
30 minutes ago.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
and-
Well, I watched the OVA as well, so
Wow.
I actually finished the
Wow.
show like an hour ago, but I took a quick break because I didn't know if I was going to have time to watch the OVA before we recorded or not. But I watched the OVA too, so that was fun. The show itself is great. The getting to watching the show was the worst
Less than
experience
great.
I've had in a very long time, and reminds me why I hated Sentai Filmworks so fucking much. I hate them with the burning passion of 1,000 bajillion suns.
See, but right now, it looks like you just don't know how to work a Blu-ray player. So can you explain to the audience what
It's-
exactly you're having trouble with?
It's not that... Okay,
You put a Blu-ray in a Blu-ray player.
So, like, it's called Play All. It's this crazy invention. It'll play the disc in
Well,
order.
guess what? I had no play all option. Because,
Oh, what?
okay,
Oh, what is this, Tristan? Please explain.
I do not have a dedicated Blu-ray player. My Blu-ray player is a Blu-ray CD-ROM drive in my desktop. And, okay, and the problem with it is I got everything set up so that it works in VLC, and when you play it, VLC does play menus. But for whatever reason, whoever encoded the Angel Beats disc did it in such a way that the menus don't work. And from what I gather, the menus in the Blu-ray don't work that well in normal DVD players, or not DVD players, Blu-ray players to begin with.
As I say, they don't work at all in normal DVD players.
Okay. And all of the episodes are placed in reverse order on the disc. Because they're all labeled. If you actually check out the file structure on the disc, it's like track 0, track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it goes up to, like, I think for the first disc that has the first, like, 8 or 9 episodes. But it labels all the tracks. Episode 1 is track 01. Episode 2 is track 0. And then episode 3 is track 9. And then it goes backwards from that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It was really fucking confusing because, like, I watched it. And the first episode, I watched the first about 5 minutes of episode 2 because that was the first thing on the disc when I played it. And then it said episode 2, Guild. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean episode 2? And I was sitting there absolutely confused, having no idea what was going on because it was episode fucking 2. And then I checked it up on Crunchyroll, and yeah, that was episode 2.
I can see that being detrimental to your viewing pleasure of Angel Beats.
Well, thank you for your fucking first world problems there, Tristan. That I'm sure everyone else has experienced.
I know, it's my fucking first world problems. But, like, it was only with Angel Beats, because I literally put in every other Blu-ray into this disc that I own, and I've never had a problem before. All of them have played menus before. All of them played everything in order. Actually, the Funimation ones actually have a play all for, like, as a default. Like, what do I mean? What do I mean when I say that? Okay, you know how I just said that everything is, all the episodes are divided up against tracks, right? So,
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, there on the Funimation discs, there's a play all track that combines all of them into its own track. So, like, there would be a track 10, and track 10 consists of everything else. So if you play track 10, then you can watch everything in order. The Angel Beats disc doesn't have that, but pretty much everything else I own does. So it was the most stupidly contrived thing, on top of which the dub is shit. On top of that, the subtitles aren't that great either, which are heavily apparent when TK speaks in English and the subtitles translate it wrong.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Oh my god, are you serious?
I am serious.
That's gotta be the hardest job ever.
It only happened 1 or 2 times. It only happened 1 or 2 times, but that's all I needed to know that these were wrong. Because the rest of the time, you can't tell. They're speaking in Japanese. I have no idea if the translation's right. I assume they are. But when TK speaks in English and they translate it wrong, that's pretty freaking obvious.
I think one of the interesting things about Angel Beats is that if you do watch the dub, you lose the whole idea of
TK. Yeah,
TK. They play it off as him being like this high dude.
Yep.
And no, they really do. And so it's kind of like watching Evangelion 2.0. If you watch the dub, you lose this whole aspect where whenever Mari first meets Shinji on the rooftop of the school, she starts speaking in English on the phone, and Shinji looks at her like she's speaking a foreign language. That's weird. But in this, if you watch the dub, Shinji just looks at her like she's weird because she's speaking English and I don't know what she's saying because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but it happens in a lot of shows, I've noticed. I can't really...
Like what?
I can't really pinpoint any, but I've seen other shows like that where they're like in Beck. In Beck, they came from America, so the brother and sister would talk to each other in English, but then like in the dub, it just has like the Japanese subtitles at the bottom. So
they're hard coded.
Yeah,
I get it.
So you see that a lot.
That sucks. I always hate that.
Yeah,
I know. I always find it kind of weird too. I mean, they can't really change it either to...
But see, like...
But even in the original Evangelion, in the Asuka Strikes episode, when they both go into Unit 2, Asuka starts bitching at Shinji because he's not thinking in German. So she's like, okay, switch the language to Japanese, as she speaks in English, and continues to speak in English. And they do that throughout the entire show. English is now Japanese in those cases. Like, you noticed that, but you can, like, forgive it, because you're just like, it's just them being silly.
It's just silly white people trying to dub stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know why...
This is something like that's always going to be lost within a dub, isn't it? It's impossible.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I have yet to watch the Steins Gate dub up until that moment that we all are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a jive, black man.
I know.
It's jive.
I'm not looking forward to seeing it, but
we fucking called it, didn't we? In like episode 2 or something of this podcast.
Yeah.
We were like, this is impossible.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. How are we still doing podcasts?
Because apparently people like listening to us, that's why.
Thank you again for listening to PodTaku, though.
What the fuck do people still listen to us when we talk for hours about absolute bullshit? At times.
I don't know. I guess that we're just really good background noise, which I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but we make for really good background noise, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either way, they love us.
So, getting back to Angel Beats, what did you actually think about it, Tristan?
Of the show, not all the mishaps with it.
Not of Sentai, because we can save.
I came up with
Sentai.
I came up with a good analogy for the show that I don't know if anyone agrees with, and I don't even know if I agree with it myself just now. I'm kind of stewing over it.
Okay, well, this is getting weird.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence in your own words here, but...
I know. Well, it's one of those things that
it.
I, like, write down in notes for, like, making a review, and then if I don't
Fucking
like it
get
later,
to it.
Well, fuck you, dude. Yeah, okay. Angel Beats is like if you combined Hibine Renmei and Clannad and made it star the characters from Haruhi Suzumiya.
I guess. But I would say that Hibine Renmei is a much better version of it.
There's only Haruhi in it. Like I
Yuki Nagato is Angel.
Boo-hoo. Yuki Nagato's also
And
Rei.
Otanashi can kind of be Kyon. Kind of.
No,
Otanashi is one of the
he
blandest
can't.
main characters in fucking
He is-
anime.
Pretty bland.
I would say the least interesting characters in Angel Beats, which is the big problem I had with it, were the main fucking characters. All the side characters were fucking so awesome and
more
hilarious.
interesting than the actual characters.
More interesting than the actual main three characters. Because you basically got like Otanashi, who's a fucking bland protagonist that's got no special...
You don't even know what he's doing or why he's doing it.
He's got fucking amnesia because, you know, that hasn't been used thousands of times as a plot device before.
He's just every anime protagonist cliche
Ever.
in one character. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wait.
And
Was
then-
Angel Beats, correct me if I'm wrong, was Angel Beats, because I know Key was mentioned everywhere, and I had a feeling this was somehow related to Key, but was
They
it a
were
visual
drinking
novel
the Key
first?
Cola, yeah.
Was it a visual novel first?
No, it
No,
wasn't.
no, it wasn't.
Jun
It wasn't.
Madema completely made it original, if I'm correct. I'm
Because-
not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the story.
If it was, his character would make sense, because I would have assumed that he would have been the main character.
I'm pretty sure it was not a visual
It
novel.
was not a visual novel. This was an
Yeah.
original story written by...
Jun Madema wrote it. I'm pretty sure he wrote it. If not,
yeah,
I
no,
know that he did the soundtrack.
He did write it, I think. He did definitely write it.
Yeah, he did.
I know at least he did the soundtrack at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
And the soundtrack's pretty good, I must say.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
It
It's
has
like
its
one
moments.
of the best soundtracks.
There's like
I've heard.
one or two tracks that are just really good.
I
really like.
I like the vocal tracks from the band in the show.
Like the opening song, right, guys?
We still have that. We can play that back if we want to.
God.
We'll leave that up to later.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that opening. Fucking
It's-
piece of shit.
I don't know how I feel about that opening because the opening
It
it's
looks
good.
goddamn beautiful. You
But-
can't really.
It was one of those openings that kind of tell you what's going to happen, and you kind of look for it, and you have an epiphany where it's like, just found it.
Well,
fucking, there it is. I saw that scene in the
considering-
episode. I'm fucking life accomplished.
Considering that the opening changes every episode and it has scenes from the episode in it.
No, I wouldn't say every episode. I'm not
No,
too sure. though.
it literally changes every episode. The Blu-ray actually has a track on the second disc where it does the creditless version of every single opening. There
It
is
sounds like a pain
For
in the ass.
Angel
There is-
Beats?
there is 11 creditless openings on the Blu-ray disc. The only one it doesn't have is the rock version, which I think is blasphemous, because if you're going to have like 11 different versions of the same damn opening, at least have the rock version that you used in the goddamn show.
Right.
I think that. Did you see the after epilogue? Because if you
Yeah,
watched
he
it on the
did.
Blu-ray, you did not. Then
What do you mean the after epilogue?
there's 7 minutes where it tells the story after
Wait,
the
you
last
did see
episode.
that?
It wasn't on the
No,
disc.
Oh,
No, it's not on the disc.
he saw. Okay, there's the OVA and then there's the episode.
Then no, I
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
I haven't
If
seen
they
that
were-
either,
if
I
it
don't
wasn't
think.
if it wasn't on the disc, I haven't seen jack shit. Though there was the final scene in the final episode where it looked like real life and it had Angel
Okay.
and what's his name in
Yeah.
it, and they were like
That's
in the real
Spoilers!
There's
Spoilers!
a different one. There's a one called After Epilogue.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome.
All right,
I really like it.
I'll probably check
Because it
that out
basically
then.
sets it up for a second season.
Yeah.
And
Oh joy!
Does it
I
need a
think that-
second season though? Does it
that's
need a
okay. That's
second season?
I was about to bring up that it was originally.
I don't think it needs a second season.
No.
What it needed was the first season to be longer, but
yes,
now that they've ended
because
it,
it got fucking rushed. You know, it was originally planned to be a 24.
People say it was planned to be 24. I don't know the validity on that, but
Well-
there's hints that kind of.
No,
I could guess. I
Oh,
could
come on,
see
come
it.
on, look at it. It's obviously fucking rushed. Like
Yeah.
It was rushed only because it had like the Bleach effect with characters, where it's like the solution to having too many characters is introduce more characters. And
Yeah.
I guess that it's not necessarily
Most of them
bad.
didn't get enough time. Like, I can't even
But,
remember the
yeah.
names of half of them. I just know them by what they've done.
I know their traits. Like there
Yeah.
was the
Their
guy
traits.
with a sword.
Well, I think half of them weren't meant to be recognized. Like they're just meant to be supporting characters.
Well, they were far more interesting than the main characters, like we've established.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, for the comedy aspect.
I wanted
definitely.
to know how most of those stories ended. Like, a lot of them just ended with, oh, they left.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean they left?
Well, you know the dude with the axe. The dude with the axe.
Yeah, they got dealt off screen. Who gives a shit about them? Focus on us, the main characters, yeah!
No, shut up. I'm trying to think. The dude with the axe,
Yeah,
the
him.
purple hair, kills the guy in the opening episode.
Yeah.
He has a picture of Europe at, like, one scene.
And they never explained that. Yeah.
And they don't explain. I was like, is he, like, related? Does he have a crush on her? I was like, I assumed the latter of the two.
Yeah.
But it's like, it never inferred that whatsoever. It was like, because
What do you mean it never referred it? In the entire show, he's like, I will do everything for Yuripei.
Everyone was so over possessive of Yuripei. Like, every male was so possessive of her. They were like, dude, we need to protect this girl. Like, fucking.
But he was overly possessive of her.
But see, we don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I assumed from the get-go that he loved her.
well,
I guess you could say that's
I
what I
guess-
assumed too,
yeah.
but lack of explanation, I would have liked more coverage.
well,
Yeah.
you might get it.
Other than, hey, everyone's gone.
Like I said, it would have been great if the first season was twice as long instead of saying, oh, there'll be a second season, because that's just, no.
What could they do in a second season?
Actually, I have a weird idea
Unless
that I think is
they
possible.
pull a Haruhi and the second season takes place
Shit,
in
you
the
just
first season.
fucking said what I was gonna say.
Well, there you go.
Great minds, man. Great minds think alike.
I know.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think because it's episodic enough,
They could do that, yeah.
they could do that, and it would
I don't
work.
know. The only thing that I don't see how they could pull off, though, is I don't know how they would end the second season. Because if it's just a whole bunch of
You're right.
random episodes that take place in the first season, it won't have, like, this feeling of closure, unless...
I would say that the only way you could do it is if you rerun it alongside the original, intersplicing them in between.
Yeah, like Haruhi
Otherwise,
did,
you're
yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah,
You're
like
exactly
Harry,
right.
but I don't think it wouldn't have the same effect because we've already seen the climax. You know
That too.
We've already
And the other thing is, how did he was able to work, because everybody hated the season 2 when it ended, but everyone got better when Disappearance came out. For this to work for Angel Beats, if it did that, they would have needed a Disappearance-like movie, or maybe not as good.
An actual fucking climax. Yeah.
Yeah, like a second climax. Yeah, they would need that, but I don't know. They could just write it technically. It's not like they're adapting of something, but I don't know how it would work really.
Well, I don't know either, especially after seeing the epilogue. I don't know how they would even be able to play that off at all.
It's pretty. It would be very difficult.
Yeah,
overall,
they can't.
I like
They
it.
can't do
I
it.
like Angel Beats a lot, but I don't think it is one of the best. I think that it's really good to get into anime with.
It's a really
Yeah.
good show, but
It's solid.
like for
But
me, yes, it's a solid show. Like, in how I would probably throw a rating at it is I'd probably label it as a bi anime rather than a certified frosty anime, if we're using my rating system. So
Well, we're not using your fucking
well,
rating
we're
system.
not using my rating
We're like
system, so
four
it's-
different fucking reviewers here with four
I
different
know.
fucking
Yeah.
rating
I
systems.
I would give it.
I know, but it's good, but it's not like, it doesn't have that kind of extra special something that makes it truly great.
I just feel
It's
like
close.
it's short and it's sweet, and it gets the emotions going.
But I felt like what it did, I like what Anohana did more. And I felt like
Anohana was more complete. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
more like nostalgic and complete. This Angel Beats
I'm more
wasn't.
nostalgic towards Angel Beats, to be honest. I saw it first.
What? Angel Beats?
I saw Angel Beats first. That's why I'm more nostalgic towards it.
No, I mean like the ending of Anohana.
I saw
Then
Angel
Anohana.
Beats first as well.
Give me
but-
more of a nostalgia feeling.
But no, if you think about it, the endings are almost the same.
No. Well, okay. Here's why I prefer Anohana is because every character in Anohana was like sorted within the first 13 episodes. You know, everyone got a conclusion. Whereas
Should I
Angel
throw
Beats,
out at this point that I haven't seen on Hana,
Yeah.
so please avoid spoilers. Thank you.
yeah, I'm avoiding spoilers. But in
Everyone's dead.
Angel Beats,
Well, fuck you, Holden.
Go watch it.
yeah,
Go
fucking
watch
watch it, Tristan, and join us.
Hey, I just finished Angel Beats. That was my assigned thing for the month. I'm good. Have you guys watched your shit yet?
Yes.
No.
All of it.
I don't even remember what we agreed that you were going to watch, Holden.
Brack Ragoon.
Oh, right. Have you actually watched all of Rack Ragoon?
Brack Ragoon.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. I totally have.
He fucking read about it, and it was like, yeah, I can fucking talk about.
I
this.
like the part where Rock was a bitch. It was held at gunpoint by Revy and yelled at a lot.
I like
That was
I
the
like
best.
Okay, so you watched the first episode. Bravo.
No, that was like the last.
No, that was like the first.
No, when she says fuck a lot.
That's the whole show, dude.
that's the entire show.
Have you seen the fucking short version? There's a fucking short version of the show.
Do you remember the part where they have the guns and they shoot people?
Yeah, you're making this shit up. Bravo, Holden. Bravo.
The thing is I could
Fail.
probably bullshit my way out of it because I've read all of it.
And you know, yeah, you probably could.
Dude, Roberta's Blood Trail is getting dubbed apparently.
Yeah,
I
and
cannot wait. I cannot wait.
although they have not actually announced the dub cast, it is listed on ANN that Ocean is doing it.
I don't give a shit. As long as they're saying fuck in English, I'm totally down for it.
It needs to be the same cast for me.
I don't give a shit.
I know
to be
you don't
honest.
give a shit, but for me, it matters. It matters
If
a lot.
if Oceans is doing it, then I have hope, and I am happy that I've waited all this time for it to get dubbed rather
Yeah.
than gave in and watch it subbed.
Rather than sub, yeah.
How
It
long
came
did
out
you
in
wait?
like 09, I
Oh
think.
my god! No,
Wow.
no, it was out earlier than 09. I reviewed it in 09. It was up before then. It came out.
No, I
in
mean Roberta's Blood Trail.
oh, Roberta's Blood Trail.
1 second, let me check really quick.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds kind of about right, actually.
Because it was a series of 5 OVAs that were released monthly by Madhouse Entertainment.
It was either 9 or it was 10.
I want to say 09 because I think it was
Oh, 10! Haha!
it was
I
10.
was right.
The only reason I
Yep.
was going to say I think it might be 10 is because I remember seeing a list and I think it was on one of the same seasons as High School of the Dead, and because they're both Madhouse. And
Yeah.
it makes sense. But yeah, it was 10 to 11.
But yeah, the Ocean Group is the one doing the dub for it. So I would assume since Funimation gave it to Ocean and not did it in-house, that they did that with the assumption that it's going to be the same cast as the original 2 seasons, which
They have
Fucking
the
perfect.
English voice actors already posted on the MAL, but I don't know how accurate that is.
well, yeah, I don't trust Mal's encyclopedia with
I don't
With an
trust it either, because MAL is a world where Gintama is the best anime of all time.
Oh, okay, wait. Let's expound on this and lose our entire fan base. Holden, what do you think about Gintama? Go.
Gintama, it's too random. I don't like it. I don't really watch gag anime.
Well, guess
Maybe
what?
if I was
Gintama?
Japanese, I would like it a lot. I think I would.
It's shit.
But I'm
Come
a
on,
white
let's
man.
just say what we're all thinking.
Wait. Does anyone here like Gintama?
I
like
haven't seen a lot of it.
I like
so.
the manga kind of.
I think we all have 2 words that we can say about Gintama.
Fuck off, Jeanne. Oh wait, no, that's 3.
it's
It's
shit.
shit.
And we would lose our. Let's like this is gonna cause so much fucking hate in the comments. Just like saying this now.
I ain't care. Fight me. Let's do it.
I don't know. I mean, I can't say anything. I haven't watched it.
I've seen a few episodes, but I can't remember much about
I've
it.
seen a few
I mean,
episodes.
to be honest,
and
it sounds
But
pretty
I trust-
interesting.
I trust the
I've-
combined opinion of both Gigguk and Holden.
I've read. Let's see. I read as much as they released in the U.S. because Viz stopped releasing it. I think it's 13 volumes. I'm not 100% sure.
I've watched
I
like
read.
a handful of episodes, and it was just like reference humor. Yeah, we're gonna reference this anime. We're gonna reference that anime, and it was just like, and it was just too random. It just wasn't my style of comedy, basically.
I don't like the show, but that doesn't mean I don't like the people who like the show because I know a lot of my friends like it, but I call them weeaboos for liking it. So,
How many
it's
times did you say "like" in that last sentence?
a lot? That made
Oh.
up for all the other videos that
Yeah.
I haven't said it. I'm allowed to do that. I just relapsed. I think that one of the interesting things is that Gintama actually has an English release, not a dub, but it has been released in multiple sets on DVD by, I believe, Sentai Filmworks, which I never saw coming. That just seems pretty out there, to be honest. But I think it's weird because Gintama has been going on
for fucking ages, it seems like.
I want to say, because it's made by Sunrise, and I know Sunrise made it, even though I don't think it's Sunrise's proudest anime. It started in 06, I believe.
What is Sunrise's proudest anime?
Fucking
Gundam?
Label-wise, Gundam.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. They're so fucking proud of that. That or Code Geass.
So
Well,
fucking proud of it that they're doing an HD remake of Gundam Destiny. Of Sea Destiny, they're doing an HD remake. And I was looking at that going, why Sea Destiny? If you're going to do an HD remake of anything, do Wing.
They said that before.
Yeah, isn't Sea Destiny one of the best-selling Gundams?
It is one of the best-selling anime of all time.
One of the best-selling anime. And I would like to point out, why? Like,
I think that the thing about it is it's not really an HD remake. What they're doing is they're probably going to upscale it and up the contrast and call it HD. But I doubt it's going to be a full, like, frame by frame.
Well, it depends.
Gundam Sea Destiny Kai. It's not going to be.
It depends. Was Sea Destiny originally done in cell animation or digital?
Digital.
Then it might actually be true HD. It depends.
I mean, it's not a remaster. It's just a re-release.
It depends on what the res they were working on.
I consider remaster going back and, like, redoing it. Like, remastering it.
Which they might have done.
I consider this just an HD re-release. Like Nadia. Nadia had an HD re-release because they had all the cells still. Or rather, they had the analog that was in infinite resolution because it's analog.
Yeah, I downloaded a Blu-ray to, what did I download? Laputa. And it was actually...
Oh, Laputa Castle in the Sky.
And it was pretty fucking beautiful. And I was very happy. Good. I was very happy that they put in the North American soundtrack version for that movie.
Castle of the Sky?
Yeah,
do you guys not know the story behind that?
No.
Please, story time with Tristan. Let's go.
Story time with Tristan.
Grandfather Tristan. Okay, around the fireplace here.
When Castle in the Sky Laputa was first released in Japan, it had a soundtrack that was made whenever the movie was. So that was back in the 80s or something. Mm-hmm. When it came over to North America, because the soundtrack for the Japanese version was so short, it actually only took up like barely any of the movie. The guys that dubbed it, I think he was Disney originally, but it could have been someone else at that point. They were just like, Miyazaki, can we get like a longer soundtrack? Because, you know, us Americans, we need more music to go along with our movie. So then Joe Hisashi actually not only re-recorded all the existing songs for the original movie, but he composed additional music for the North American version, and that was created for the North American soundtrack.
That's so badass. But that is so like Joe Hisaishi, though. Joe Hisaishi is such a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I actually, I never knew this until about a year ago, and I was like, what do you mean? Because I only have ever heard the North American version. So then I actually went back and listened to the original version from the original 80s movie, and it was like, the North American version was filmed with an actual orchestra, and it sounded like the friggin' original soundtrack was from a PlayStation 1 video game. That's how old this thing sounded. It sounded like it was MIDI, and I was like, wow, I am so glad that they changed this.
Wow.
Imagine. That's I never knew that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, now you know.
Now, the more you know.
Yeah, it's so cute.
See, you learn something new every day from PodTaku.
Yeah.
I would like to tell a story too now. It's actually fairly related because last weekend I went to my first con, also known as Anime Milwaukee.
Oh my god!
Yes. I was about to ask you, Holden, how was your very first con experience?
It was let's see. I slept over at my roommate Tyler's house, and on Friday morning we made the drive from Chicago to Milwaukee, and we signed in at the Hyatt. And we went to the first day of events and registered and whatnot. And it was like a physical manifestation of what I imagined our fan base would be. Mm-hmm. It was just... I didn't feel out of place.
Did you get recognized? Like, did you get recognized?
Yes, I did get recognized, actually. That was...
How'd it make you feel?
That was really...
Here's how did you handle it? 'Cause, like...
Okay, so one of... The most memorable one was with a fan whose name was Colton, and I remember because it was like my name. It was actually Colton Schultman. And shout out to Colton Schultman. Go stalk him on Facebook. But what happened was I was like sleeping on the ground, like guarding these bags of just fucking merch and shit for like a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this guy just comes up to me. This guy's just like towering over me. There's a shadow on me, like hello, like what's up? What are you doing? Like looking blocking my rays, bro. And he's like,
"Are you Holden?"
Yeah, he just goes, "Are you Holden?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's on my name tag. See?"
Oh my god.
And then he's like,
"You had a name tag?"
Yeah, it said Holden. I was gonna put the Casanova, but it went over the character limit. But there was one thing I want to point out to you guys, and that I did not realize upon going to the con. How fucking popular Black Butler is.
Whoa, yeah, you didn't know this? That's been around for a while now.
Oh my god, everything was Black Butler. I had no fucking idea it was that popular.
It is probably one of the most popular animes among female fans.
That in Italia.
I fucking wonder why.
Italia, I had no idea.
So something I just realized, like every female, including all the ones listening to this podcast, likes yaoi in one way or another. They might not admit it, but they fucking love it, man. They fucking love the yaoi.
Yeah.
Jeanne, tell us your stories, Jeanne.
Do you want to comment on anything, Jeanne?
Jeanne, please comment.
No.
Do you have any more confessions you want to tell us, Jeanne?
Jeanne, what's your OTP? Tell us now. Go.
Come on, tell us your undying love for like shit like gravitation or something. I don't know.
Gravitation.
Oh. I mean, like, I have to watch it once, like, just to know what it's about. I mean...
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, well, you said that about School Days, and you fucking love that, so...
I guess.
Have you ever watched a yaoi, Jeanne?
Yeah, I have.
How awesome was it? Were you squealing?
I think one or two.
Did you like it?
Do you really want to know about this?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Totally do.
Like, yeah, I liked it. Like, because it's romance.
There you go. I'm fucking... Yeah,
there you go. It's fine.
There you go. My theory is fucking right.
I mean...
In some way or another. Yeah.
But I don't watch, like, hardcore stuff. Like, it's just them kissing and cuddling and...
We're not asking if you watch hentai.
We're not saying... He's saying to some way or another. Not
right.
Full-on penetration either way.
Yes.
We're not talking about what me and Garin did before.
I'm not saying every female wants full-on penetration, me and Holden getting butt-fucked or whatever.
Yeah, like what me and Garin did. Like, not everyone wants that.
Okay. What I'll
but
say
you'd be
is,
surprised how many actually do.
Holding hand. That's a fucking good question.
I don't think every girl likes yaoi, but every girl has tried watching it.
That's fair.
Every girl has wanted to like yaoi.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Yeah, I've watched 2 series, and they're both 24 episodes long.
And yet you still haven't finished watching Bebop, have you?
I watched this like a year and a half ago. So, yeah. And I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for sharing.
But I'll get
I've actually wanted to know, because that was very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't wait till we all go to a con together. I think that what we would do is that if we went to a con, it would just be a lot of yelling and a lot of running.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people might recognize us.
And we could do a live-action rendition of episode 11, where you literally fuck Garn.
We're like Garn bends over.
I bend over.
If we host a panel sometime,
that's going to be the first request. We host a panel.
I hope that's one of the first questions.
Excuse me. Can we get Gigguk to bend over and Holden to fuck him, please?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You'll probably hear that a lot.
And you know, now that we've said that, if it doesn't happen, one of us is going to comment that whoever was first should have done that.
I'm going to have my own question if we do this.
What would be your question?
I can't tell you guys now.
Why not?
Because I can't.
Wait, did you say what would be your question to us? As in, what would be your question to yourself?
No, it'd be to you guys.
Okay.
Well, fucking ask us then, because we're right here.
No, you guys can wait.
We're not going to save it for a panel that may or may not happen, Jeanne.
But what if it does?
Save it for a panel where the audience is the one asking the questions. Why have a panel where we can ask ourselves shit? We can do that whenever.
How bad? Yeah. We go to a panel and we ask each other questions. That's not how panels work. When they say it's a Q&A panel, they don't mean between us.
But you guys can't answer me if I ask you now.
Why not?
Because you just can't. You just can't.
You just can't. What do you mean? Just fucking say it.
Fucking get to it.
Yeah, fucking look, I'm sure everyone in this who's listening to this is just going, Jeanne, just fucking ask the question.
Jeanne,
The viewers want to hear it. Just say it.
I want to know whose hair is longer, Holden's or Tristan's.
Again, this is the end of PodTaku, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
Okay, so we're gonna take it out.
Oh, whose hair is longer? It's probably mine.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that mine's the longest hair right now, unless Holden has got it pretty long.
I got weed.
I want to see who's got the Edward Elric thing going on.
Oh, that's
The
totally
best.
me.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
See, you can't
We'll
answer,
see.
can you, Tristan? Can you?
We can't,
I'm
which is weird.
pretty damn sure. I know I have longer than
Well,
Garnt because my hair was longer than the last time he was on camera. And actually,
Because you didn't shave your head.
I'm longer than Holden because I remember when Holden did his last live action video and my hair is longer.
That was like December.
I haven't cut my hair in a year.
Oh.
So
Okay,
Fuck
the
you
truth
guys.
comes out.
Well, my hair's fucking longer, actually. Psh.
I've cut my hair in this year. Cut it all.
I think you did a little more than cut the hair. I think the proper term is completely bald.
Although nobody knows. Nobody fucking knows.
So yeah,
And I'm not gonna explain it. I'm gonna leave that a mystery. I'm not gonna explain that.
But was he really
We're
bald?
not going to explain why he's bald, but he's bald.
Well, I'm not anymore, but I was at that time.
so moving on. Next topic. What do we got?
I think actually,
I think we should probably wrap this up for this episode.
Yeah,
we're actually
we should
done.
No,
wrap
we
this
got one
up.
more. We can do one more. We can do
Okay.
one more.
Fucking
Uno
go,
mas.
okay, Tristan. Since you want to do a fucking job, it's so bad. You bring on up. Then.
Yeah.
Can anime become mainstream in the West? Go.
yes.
And why?
Because
Come on.
it
say
has
it.
no. Shut up! I'm gonna say it because
Say
it
it.
has
Then
it
fucking
has
say
the
it.
it has the narrative structure and capabilities to enthrall an audience, just as American live action television. Dropping the mic. I'm gone.
Then why has it not already?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I could spend a whole half an hour discussing this. So we fucking just spend a whole half an hour? Well, Jeanne, what were you gonna say? Because I heard you sigh.
I'm still undecided, so I can't. You go.
I
Grant.
don't think... I think it has the potential to become mainstream. But
Yes.
at this present time, no, it can't become mainstream. There's
Yeah.
too many things getting in the way of it becoming mainstream in the West. Firstly, one, it's not mature enough.
Preconceptions.
It's not mature enough as a whole, as an entire, maybe not genre, but as a medium yet. I mean,
Yeah.
if more things like Fate Zero, not as in quality wise, but like maturity wise, if you get what I mean. If more things like Fate Zero came out, then yes. Less fan service, because I think fan service is one of the biggest things that makes people feel guilty for watching this shit. Because, you know,
Yeah.
because, you know, where even watching something like fucking the Evangelion movies, and you have, like, the Asuka tit shots or whatever, and it's
Sure.
just like, when you're trying to, when someone just walks in and sees you watching this, even though you know it's fucking amazing, it's like, you have to sort of explain, oh no, it's just like fucking fan service and anime, and it's just like, and the
Yeah.
thing most people think about.
You shouldn't have to explain it as well.
well, like I said,
it shouldn't be
it's
there.
Its preconceptions are another thing that anime's fighting.
Yeah, exactly, because it's fighting against this cartoon image that it has
Yeah.
over here in the West, and until it matures up, it's not gonna get mainstream.
Yep.
But I think it definitely has the potential because, oh my god, it's going on a whole nother topic. But
No,
I think,
but it's like the same thing we've kind of said about with Fate Zero, like in our Fate Zero discussion. It's like
Which was
if we
what?
get more animes that's mature enough, just like Fate Zero can be, then I think it can be mainstream in the West. But I'm with Garnt when he says that The West just isn't ready for it.
I wouldn't say that the West isn't ready. The West is ready. Anime is the one that's not ready.
The rest is so fucking ready
Okay,
for it.
yeah.
But anime is not ready yet. Anime is not ready.
Maybe once,
especially now, because
Yeah.
like anime's got it's gone into this like moe
too moe right now. Yeah.
phase. And it's too moe right now. It's too out there at the moment.
Hopefully right now it's kind of transitioning out of that, but it's the thing of we don't know what it's going to end up transitioning into next.
No, I would say
Right.
from our discussion last time,
Hopefully it's more... We did this topic before, didn't we?
if it becomes more about video games, then yeah, I would say it has a really big chance to become fucking mainstream, because if there's one thing the West loves, it's fucking video games.
Fucking
at the
video
moment.
games, yeah.
Right.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't think
that
video
would
games
be
can be
good
the driving
theory.
force, though, because I don't want anime to become dependent on video games to be popular.
But that's what you want. Like,
Okay,
if the question is strictly can you make it work? Yes.
I don't mind anime that become popular because of video games, or for that like to be the entry point, but I don't want that to be like the sole thing that's popular about it mainstream-wise.
well, okay, then how would you think if things worked out in the perfect world? How would you think anime would become popular over here then?
Actually, you haven't even answered is it possible yet, or if you think so.
Yeah.
No, I think it is possible, and I think that it probably can happen, but again, like as we said, if the preconceptions get gone, if the fan service gets gone, and if... Well, because I'm trying to think, in North America, there already are some... if you look at Avatar The Last Airbender, for example, it's something that has as close to mainstream as you can get when it comes to North
definitely.
America. And
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
animated, and it still has the kind of cartoony, funny moments that are usually used in the stereotypical anime, but it's got a whole different section to it that's a lot more serious as well.
No, I would say. Would you say Avatar's about as popular as the big three?
No.
No, but I
I would say
when
okay.
we're talking about mainstream, I'm thinking beyond that. It's got to hit a whole other demographic to become mainstream.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Comparing Avatar to the big three is, I don't think Avatar has been around as long as the big three, first of all, and I don't think its fan base is as vocal, but I do feel like the majority of its fan base is probably as big as any one of the big three. And it probably actually includes a majority of people that enjoy the big three. But because there is this still divide of people believing it not to be anime, and I'm actually included in that, there's...
It's hard because it falls in a weird gray area of it's the culmination of it's an homage to anime, but by definition it can never be.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really close, and definition wise I don't think it's anime, but spiritually, yeah, I would say it's anime.
Yeah. The essence is
but,
there.
But if we want anime to become mainstream, it's got to hit the mature demographic. There's no other way. Because
not only does it need to hit the mature demographic, but it needs to actually be put in a position to become mainstream. Like, if you look at Toonami runs from midnight afterwards. Like, it's a good vessel for it, but because it's not in a time slot where anybody's gonna fucking watch it, except for, like, the hardcore people. Like, I'd love to watch... Well, first of all, I can't watch Toonami because it doesn't air in Canada, so I can't even support it if I wanted to. But even if it was airing here, yeah, I'd be hard-pressed to watch it because it comes on after midnight. And it's one of those things where you're not going to get mainstream unless you're in a position to be watched by the mainstream audience.
Yeah, exactly. It needs... Well, I think we all agree that if anime were to become mainstream, it needs television. It needs... Or at least one of the major corporations to pick it up.
It needs television or whatever is going to replace television.
I don't know if it needs television, only because I don't believe television will last.
It doesn't need television. It needs, like, if HBO... took up Fate Zero, that shit will become mainstream so quickly. Like,
yeah,
if a major corporation,
it's possible. I can't guarantee either way, but I can see it. If
like the stars aligned for a company like HBO to air
Stars,
Fate Zero.
another company.
Yeah, I know.
I fucking love you, Stars.
Well,
but no, if that actually did happen, then it could become mainstream, but it's just the matter of the corporations aren't going to do it because unless they see money in it, they're not going to do it. And they're not going to see money in it until someone does it and actually makes money in it. That's
I think
the
that
problem.
actually a really good move then, which doesn't cost much money. Because one, being a film major, I don't think television will last.
No, it probably won't. I
it
don't know
won't,
many
it
people
won't.
that actually pay for television. It's all basic cable for anyone I know, if television at all. I haven't watched TV in years.
It's still the main.
Yeah, I haven't watched TV either.
It's still the main corporations that still control much of the mainstream media.
And so the bigger thing is that being a film major, I also know that film is still a huge medium that still runs. So I think that the best approach is actually to make a film that
Oh
is-
my god, this is evolving into another topic here.
because if you use
Yeah.
film is a lot easier.
Let it evolve. Let it grow.
Because film,
Okay.
you're not forcing people to watch. You're not taking up time slots. You're literally just
Okay.
rolling it at theaters.
Yeah.
Say you were to make. Are you talking about making a live action film, or are you talking about putting an anime film into theaters?
I'm saying make an anime film and put it in theaters.
They
but
have
make
that
it-
though, but they only have it.
Yeah, they have it, but they don't do it to a large extent. Like even Miyazaki movies don't get
Yeah.
fully distributed everywhere. Even just Miyazaki movies, they're only in like select theaters. They never
Yep.
get like full nationwide distribution. It just doesn't happen.
It
Okay.
just goes in like little art theaters. That's all it goes into.
It goes in art theaters and it goes in some major theaters, depending on who's actually sending it out. But the majority of people that end up watching like English versions of Miyazaki movies watch
Like-
it when it comes out on home video, DVD.
Like if they could put Summer
like that.
Wars in like theaters, or if they did that like a year ago.
Summer Wars wouldn't work in theaters. It wouldn't.
It wouldn't work. And I
No.
did see it in theaters, actually.
I cannot see an anime film working in theaters, except for me, for something like Perfect Blue. But that's aged, so we can't put that. I can't think.
I was going to say Paprika.
No,
but that's just
no.
me.
So wait, all right. What is not aged for us to come up with proper examples then? Because I
Yeah.
would see something like Grave of the Fireflies working.
no.
I don't think a single movie solely exists that would... Because I think the biggest thing is that it needs to get reviewed by the Western audience and the critics here.
Yeah.
Actually,
because
a lot of anime movies have been reviewed by Western
They do,
critics.
but they're not... Like, you'll never
But they're not
see
in
it.
theaters. Their
So-
reviews go
Yeah.
out, but
Okay.
nobody can watch it, so it doesn't matter.
What anime film can you think more recently, because that's what we're aiming for, more recently that you think could be successful in theaters? I can't think of a single one.
No, I can't.
Sword of the Stranger? Maybe?
It would be a stretch.
It would. No, it's.
I'm trying to think of recent, that's the thing.
Well, I think something like Grave of the Fireflies has aged animation.
Yeah.
wise, so you can't.
What
show
about
that.
Girl Who Leapt Through Time?
No,
It's possible, but it's just...
I think that's like on the same.
you would have to
no,
lose...
It's too. It's too. Okay, here's it. It's too fucking high school.
You have to lose high school.
That's why it's too high
yeah,
school. It's
that's
too-
what I just said. Yeah. You have to lose the high school if you're going to do it.
Yeah, if like we just established.
Yeah, but it could appeal to like
When was the last movie you watched that had high school kids in it as the main characters? Like, in
Yeah.
theaters?
In theaters, that was successful.
Twilight.
Twilight.
Don't do this, Tristan! No! Fuck you, man! Fuck you!
He got
Oh,
you there.
You're not doing this.
I got you by the balls.
I do not approve of Twilight.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm fucking leaving now.
I don't approve of it either.
Well, actually, they graduated in the last film that they were in. Literally speaking.
but whatever.
they-
I don't approve of it either, but it was a good counter argument to your
Yeah, it
point.
was. It was.
But that's aimed at a teenage demographic. We're aiming for an adult mainstream demographic. How the fuck are we going to do it? We have to lose high schoolers.
No, I thought we're aiming for a general audience
general audience.
demographic as well.
General
we got to
audience
lose high
demographic.
schoolers. That's my first motive.
Right.
And then I don't give a shit. Then make a good film.
Okay,
then make it good.
well. Here, to make my argument, I would say Japanese high school is too different from American high schools to really like appeal to the mass
Connect.
American audience. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
That's-
you're right.
Yeah.
We don't
Like-
get it.
Like most people wouldn't get it. As I'm sure, is Twilight even popular in the East? I don't know.
I don't think so.
can't.
I can't say. I'm not big on the following.
I really don't think it is.
I don't know.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, exactly. For that exact reason, it's about American high schoolers. So it got popular in America and in the West, but over in the East, no one really can relate to it. In the same way that if you bring Girl Who Leapt Through Time over to the fucking West, I don't think people would be able to get it. So you
said the girl who wept through time, like she just cried the whole time.
Well, that's kind of what she did at the end, though, didn't she?
Yeah, it was the girl who wept through time. I can see it.
I'm just looking at my shelf right now, trying to find films and being like, maybe that would work. Maybe that's too aged.
Because look, if there's one thing, I don't think anime is really done well.
It's film
to an extent. It's film. Because I fucking love American films, but anime films are not on the same level as American films, like as Hollywood.
I think because there is no anime blockbuster.
I think that's a big part of it, and I feel like the biggest thing is that they don't know, the Americans, or rather not necessarily the Americans, but the West know how to tell a story in a really short amount of time.
Wait. Okay. I got one.
Okay, go.
Redline. How well would that do?
Horribly.
Yeah, because the story of Redline's kind of shit. The visuals are fucking amazing, but the story's kind of eh.
I mean,
let's be
really
honest here.
Appreciate it. Like,
it's pod racing, but in an entire movie, and pod racing wasn't that great to begin with.
Yeah,
it's hard.
There's
no other way around it. So I think that like if you turned Baccano into a movie and made it really streamlined,
which is kind of impossible.
It's fucking.
You'd cut too much out of it.
That's what the point of movies are, though. I mean.
I know, but a lot of movies are designed to be standalone.
I was saying, that's exactly true.
What you're trying to do right now is basically you're trying to say, like, let's put Death and Rebirth up on films to introduce everybody to Evangelion. It's just not going to fucking work.
Ava wouldn't work if we showed it in its entirety anyway.
True.
Yeah, Ava's a
Baccano could.
Ava does have fucking movies, which are good, and I still think they would do shit in theaters.
They would still do shit, yeah. I was about to say. I don't think they would work. I can't think of a film that would work just because
there isn't. Like I can't think of one.
Such like Hollywood has this preconceived notion of usually they're all at least 20 and stuff. And anime doesn't have that. I mean,
yeah, it's true.
If you have someone that's out of high school, you're already found a really rare anime.
Well, the movies that actually have that I can think of just wouldn't work on principle because most of those movies are continuations of existing shows, and you can't show that. Like, the Bebop movie probably would be great if it wasn't a continuation of Bebop, in which you need to actually know what the fuck's going on.
If it wasn't episode 22.5,
And it's just... no, there isn't a single movie at the moment that is a standalone, because that's the thing, it has to be a standalone.
Yeah.
I think that one of the biggest things about it is that Eastern storytelling
is very different.
I don't think allows... It doesn't allow for such short, compressed stories, considering...
Here's another thing.
They feel like they're about the journey.
Here's another thing, Here's another thing. East stories, and you notice it. I notice it a lot in anime. Anime is not very good at the happily ever after.
No.
They don't have that, at all.
That's not a bad thing.
I know it's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. Some of the best films don't have that. So I agree.
I would argue that some of the best films do not have happily ever after.
I know, but it's kind of what Western audiences expect, though.
No, they don't.
They don't, but we're talking about, for general mainstream audiences here. That's kind of what they expect.
Yes.
Right.
And everything has to be resolved by the end. It's one of my things where ending is paramount.
Yes, that is your famous saying, yes.
Yes, it is. Anime has this thing a lot of the times of not having fully resolved closures. It just doesn't happen. Sometimes they do, and that's great, but the average is not.
That's very true. I think that the biggest thing is that I don't think the Japanese have ever wanted to tell a Western story. Or even if maybe they haven't wanted to, maybe they just don't know how. But I feel like they could.
Well, Japan's kind of a very insular society. They really don't want other people's culture to define their own.
A Western story. Define a Western story.
A Western story is a story that has a character, and although developed, the characters may not change. For example, the recent movie Django Unchained had a lot of stuff going on, but at the end of the day, I felt like no one changed.
Yeah, no one really did.
that's just how the movies work. I mean, because one of my favorite movies, which was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, you know, nobody really... It's really cool, but it's the movies that... movies are just like, they don't feel long, because they're not. I mean, they're movies, but...
Yeah, they're an hour and a half. Well,
they focus a lot on stories.
Actually, the average has been extended.
Whereas I feel like anime focuses a lot on characters as well, though, and story. But I just feel like they like to take their time and show stuff slowly.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of an anime that's really progressed really fast. Like, I can't think of an anime that's, like, escalated to the level of, like, a Quentin Tarantino movie where shit is just hitting the fan at every second. But Quentin Tarantino has shitty characters. That's one thing I've always hated about his writing.
Like, for an example, Garnt, when I was talking to you about Batum, you recommended that I should watch Battle Royale. Because it was the Japanese movie version.
Because it is Battle Royale.
That is a Japanese film, though, which is really weird.
Yeah.
And the first movie, I liked it, but I'm thinking in my head, like, this is so long. They could have made it so much faster. The second movie, I stopped midway because...
I thought the second movie shit. So
you watched the second Battle Royale?
Like half of it. Actually, I can go on Netflix right now and see where I stopped.
Yeah, that is not canon.
That is not canon.
We act like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's the Tsukahime of movies.
No, but I mean, you're right. They just take their time where in our movies, they just sort of get to the point. Like, I notice in a lot of Asian films that I watch, they like to narrate a lot of what happened back in, like, 729, and
I feel
you sound like you lost your train of thought there.
No, wow, I'm sorry. No, I thought you guys dropped, so I was like, oh, what's going on?
No, we just got quiet. We were listening.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
we were actually listening to you for once, Jeanne. Just continue. Go.
Okay, so they always like to narrate, like, you know, everything about what happened thousands of years ago and then how it leads to it now, where most of the time in other films, they'll just say something really quick and get it over with. But they definitely do a lot of storytelling and try to get you into, the mood of the story, but they just don't get you hyped for the story.
I think that's just...
Like, it's different.
Well, that's because...
it's more of like a mental preparation.
It's just a difference between Western storytelling and Eastern storytelling, because in the West, it's all about showing rather than telling. That's one of the very important principles in Western storytelling. That's not true in the East.
Yes, that is not true at all.
They can fucking exposition. They have so much fucking exposition in the East that, you know, they could take up a whole anime episode of just dialogue, and they do that in some of their best shows.
Because the West believes in the principle of mise-en-scène, which is inferring the story through what is shown in the scene, whereas the Japanese love their
show, don't tell.
Yeah, they love to tell you. And so I think that if they were to do it, I think that the only way it's possible, actually, is if they made a trilogy of films. I think that would be possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even then, they'd have to do it the right way, because for, like, even if you did, like, Evangelion in a trillion of live-action movies, for example, you'd have to do it the right way. Because otherwise people would just watch
Evangelion is a fucking really bad example.
I was going to say, don't ever do that.
don't ever do that.
But just Hollywood, please don't ever do that.
Yeah.
They tried.
Pacific Rim.
No, it wasn't Pacific Rim. There was actually, well, it was never greenlit, but that's, rumor is it's why Genion died.
Oh no, I know that they've tried. They've tried with Akira too. I mean,
well, Akira's still possibly going.
I think that if they were to do it, they'd have to know that they were going to make it a trilogy of films from the ground up, and that's how they would have to do it. I think I would love to see it. I can't think of a single series that is just films other than Karno Kyokai, but that kind of, I don't know if that necessarily counts, because that's a lot.
Kyokai would work.
That's a lot of films. But I mean, I can't think of a trilogy of films. I'm sure there is one. So if you guys know, please leave a comment, but I do not know of any.
Holden Encyclopedia cannot think of one. It probably doesn't exist then.
That's the only one I can think of is Karno Kyokai. I kind of had another question too, but we're
Yeah,
Way.
I think that
we're
we
kind of
beat
over
this
for
dead
one.
horse with a dead horse. So,
Yeah.
I think that I would like to know what you guys think. Is anime possible? Is it possible to become mainstream in the West? Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. And, we're
And
gonna
if we have missed a film that you think will be popular in the
Yes.
West,
Please tell us.
fucking-
Or do you think of yes, or a film that you think would be popular in the West? Let us know what you
no
guys think.
fucking high school yet, otherwise I will come around your house and fucking fucking just end this.
You heard it here. Okay, so
And on that bombshell, we need to end this. So, thank you for everyone listening thus far. This was quite a more lengthy episode than usual, but all the same, thank you.
Whatever,
And
they
with
love
me
it.
today, I have Tristan. Why don't you take this out?
stay frosty, everyone.
Jeanne.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening, and until next time.
That was so fucking unenthusiastic.
What are you talking about? I'm
you sound
sentimental. No, I'm fine.
This has been Gigguk from the Anime Zone, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's end this how we started it, guys. Yeah.
Oh my god. Do I need to say it again? Do I
No,
need to
we
go
don't.
there?
No! Oh my god, no!
Oh,
No, no,
Nichan!
no, 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 no! I claim the waveforms are mine, and I will not give them up!
I have the last word in this podcast.